Oh, wow. Team Billy Joe Saunders, by way of his pops, his father, insinuates that Canelo Alvarez is on some type of PED with the term juicy steaks, which is coincidentally a steak is what Canelo failed a previous drug test for, clenbuterol. We're going to talk about that in this video. It's not looking good for Canelo Saunders. A lot of conspiracy theories and different things like that. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Before I get started, make sure you guys smash the like button. If you like what I'm doing, I'm dropping ill content regarding boxing, mostly boxing, some UFC, the latest and greatest, live streams, different things like that. So make sure you become part of this community, Ego's Army, and hit the bell notification icon for post notifications. And also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Now, it's looking bad, and I'm going to play the clip, but Billy Joe Saunders' dad is basically insinuating that Canelo and his whole gym is particularly on something. He's playing with the terms. He doesn't outright say it, but you guys can listen and interpret it yourself. He says something to the effect of Canelo Alvarez, you know, he likes his juicy steaks and things like that. As you guys know, in the Golovkin rematch, Canelo tested positive, and his reasoning for testing positive for the substance clenbuterol, which is banned, was that he ingested contaminated or tainted steak while down in Mexico. So without further ado, I'll play the audio. After that, you'll hear Tyson Fury, who says he talked to Billy Joe Saunders, and in Texas, where the fight will be held, they're playing games with Billy Joe Saunders, and he's saying, play nice, play nice. So they've been saying, Team Saunders has basically been putting this in the atmosphere that some deceiving dark forces or setup is being concocted, almost like a conspiracy. Roll the clips.
Another thing too, in Vegas, I spoke to a lot of people. I was there for 4.5 weeks. A lot of boxers, a lot of trainers, a lot of ex-boxers, and there was a few people telling me a few tricks of the Canelo team, right? Because we all know they like the Mexican beef, and we all know they like it juicy, and they normally stop that about 3 weeks before the fight, in small doses. He likes his Mexican beef, very juicy, right? And the whole complete gym is known for that. And another thing, I was speaking to one fellow, and he said, right, and he was an oldish guy, and he said about his hand wraps. I said, what do you mean? He said, man, check his hand wraps. He said, in big fights, he overwraps his hands. I said, yeah. He said he has his gloves made to compensate for the overwrapping. He said he don't do it in every fight. I said, no. Right? Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm listening. I'm taking these things on board.
I just got off the phone with Billy Joe. It seems like they're trying a lot of tricks here in Texas with him. Just want to say, you know what? Control the tricks in the motherfucking world. You ain't going to beat Billy Joe. Play fair, guys. Play fucking fair now.
Now, you guys heard it for yourself. To me, I want to give my thoughts. First of all, it sounds weird that Billy Joe Saunders' dad is the one who's revealing this and saying, I talked to people and they said Canelo likes to stack his wraps and he's on the meat and, making these jokes. But his very own son failed a drug test as well, right? And he blamed it on nasal spray. So you have in the main event 2 fighters who have both failed for banned substances that were on the prohibited PED, performance enhancing drug list. So it's kind of hypocritical since your own son has failed an actual drug test for, and I seen a specialist on this, like in the boxing world. I think it was Mimo Heredia, who's an expert in this whole PED chemistry world. And he says what Billy Joe Saunders had in his system is even more powerful than clenbuterol. So it's kind of weird for his dad to be saying like, oh, he likes to meet and stuff and poking fun, as if Billy Joe Saunders or his friend Tyson Fury has a clean bill of health. They've all failed drug tests, to be honest. Tyson, Canelo, and Billy Joe Saunders. So that was weird. In addition, it just sounds like a bunch of excuses, like saying the ring is too small, and they might try to stack the glove wrapping, and it just sounds like they don't have one complaint. It's everything. Eddie Hearn is not showing you enough attention, enough love. The promotion ain't showing your face enough. It just seems like almost like a patsy, like you expect to lose. It's just, either way is not good for the fighter build. Like, some people, I guess, like drama and stuff like that, but for me, this is not good for building an event that you have to pay for. You have to buy DAZN to legally watch this fight. You have to spend $20 on DAZN in order to do this, and this is not making people, I would imagine, like chomp at the bit. The undercard is not great, in my opinion, and you have all these complaining from the Billy Joe Saunders side, and it sounds like pre-made excuses. So when his undefeated record is no longer undefeated and is blemished, and he undoubtedly lose to Canelo, he can have this like pocket full of excuses that his team kind of made out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I don't prefer buildups like this. Like, I'm all good with trash talking and stuff like that, but you're basically insinuating or accusing Canelo of being on drugs. But aren't you guys doing VADA testing? And then beyond that, your son has failed drug tests. So it's pretty hypocritical to try to make this chagrin or make these petty jokes, and you too, your team, your son, or whatever you want to label it as, has failed a drug test. So I'm not really cool with it, but that's the latest and greatest. Use my link, order TubeBuddy, get ESPN Plus or the package ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. It does help the channel. Let me know what you guys feel about this. Are these excuses, or does he have valid claims? As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.